It's good to be back again. It's Business Breakfast on iBrand Television. Let's get talking now. Let's look at what's playing out in the Nigerian equities market. Before we get talking with my analyst on the show today, let's tell you that after starting the week in reds, the Nigerian Exchange Limited rebounded and returned profits to investors on Tuesdays as market capitalization lost 89 billion naira on Monday, just as the National Bureau of Statistics announced that inflation rose to 26.7% in September, mostly driven by food inflation. At the close of trading activities on Tuesday, there was significant appreciation in the indices compared to the previous day trading, as both all share index and market cap rose by 0.43% to close at 67,326.12 index point and 36.988 trillion naira respectively. Number of deals rose by 12.81% to 6,729 compared to the 5,965 it recorded on Monday, while volume of shares traded jumped by 74.92% to 377.97 million units of shares, as the value of shares rose by 45.57% to 5.16 billion naira at the close of trading activities on Tuesday. Ademola Adebale, Head of Research at Atlas Portfolio, joins me now live via his phone to do some analysis of these figures I just read out to you. Ademola, it's good morning. It's a pleasure as always having you join me on the program.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Can you quickly talk us through what played out at the exchange yesterday, the losers, the gainers, and the sentiment that led trading activities at the NGS yesterday?
Okay, thank you very much. So, what we have in the market yesterday, the market breadth was positive yesterday, so it was quite close. That means we have more gainers than losers yesterday. And also, it is important to note that the market activities were up, and as well as the market also closed positive. And market positive sentiment yesterday can be attributed to investors' increased buying interest across some major market sectors, which was led by the banking sector, which grew by approximately 3% yesterday. So what happened was investors increased buying interest across some major market sectors, except from the consumer goods sector that closed flat. And also we can see that investors are trading cautiously, patiently awaiting companies' release of their Q3 financial report.
All right, nice one there. How is the market actually reacting to the latest inflation figure, 26.7%?
Now we can see the reaction yesterday that the market was up yesterday, whereas the market was down on Monday. But yesterday the market recovered almost 158 billion naira. So that was a positive response, but that cannot actually be attributed to the inflation report because we saw that investors looks at other fundamentals that operate in the capital market before investing. So I think investors took position on some stocks with good fundamentals yesterday, not minding the current inflation rate, but investors are actually looking for safe even for their investment right now, and looks like the capital market is the best bet for now.
So what would you say is going on in the fixed income market at the moment, and also give us some insight about the Nigerian commodities market as well?
The fixed market has been stable for a while.
Okay.
Like we said that this fixed income market is actually being influenced by the monetary policy,
yes,
which the CBN has put on hold for a while, and we don't know when they are going to meet again.
Yes.
So investors are currently awaiting the CBN decision on that. So that is why we are seeing a lot of activity in the equity market.
Okay.
Like that. So also the commodity market. So the commodity market has been relatively stable. So majority of the activities now is tilted towards the equity market. And currently, investors are hoping that there will be a push, there will be more drive in the equity market, because it's not only the retail investors we are having now, we are also having influx of foreign investors in the capital market. So investors are hoping to see more improvement in the financial performance of all these companies, so we can see more investment in the capital market.
All right, with what played out at the market yesterday and the fundamentals that are playing out today, what it's going to be the outlook for midweek trading at the NGS today as we wrap up now?
We might likely continue to see mixed sentiment in the market. Like I said earlier, the difference between the gainers and losers was very close, which shows that some investors are taking profit while some are also taking position. So likely we continue to see mixed sentiment. Investors that feels like it's the right time to take profit from some of my previous investments, we take their profit, and some that feel it's the right time to take position for future investment, we also take position. So it's likely mixed sentiment will continue to market, though it is too early to determine that right now, but we might likely see the distance between the buyers and the gainers and losers to be close again today.
All right, before I let you go again, in just 30 seconds, I felt I need to get your thoughts on this. The International Monetary Fund, as the IMF, has come out to say that South Africa will take over Nigeria as the largest economy in the continent of Africa. What ripple effect will this have on investors' confidence in the Nigerian exchange?
Well, we can see that it might not, for a short term, it might have, because when investors do react to news like this, so for a short term, it might likely influence the market in a negative way. But in the long term, the intensity will reduce, All
right.
So investors are moved because you can see there are different policies that are being administered by the current administration, and also looking at the 1.5 billion loans, non-interest loans that the federal government just secured. So these are some other things that investors look at and see hope in the capital market. So for a short term, the reaction might be negative, but I believe in the long term, it might have the intensity of the news might reduce, because Nigeria still remains the giant of Africa. The economy.
How sure are you that Nigeria still remains the giant of Africa? The macroeconomic indices are clear and glaring. We can see them. We can even feel them. Ademola, what are you saying?
Well, looking at the statistics, it looks oblique, but
yes.
I can still assure you that things are still going to work better in
all
Nigeria, right, because we have all hands on deck,
all right,
and everybody is alert and are working towards achieving this goal. Not only the president.
All right.
We can see that some of the ministers are swung into action, and some of them are doing their duty quite all right, while some are yet to respond. But I think there is still hope for this country, because
all right,
we can't expect something that will change instantly. It has to come gradually. So it is part of the thing that we've experienced in some months, and we hope to see better performance in the coming months or by next year.
All right. All right. Let's keep hope alive. That is all that the common man has, and I love your cautious optimism. We'll see the ministers doing their job, but let's just hope that all of this transform into meaningful impact, that the economy will actually that will have a lasting impact on the economy, and also Nigerians can actually breathe at this point in time. This is much you can take on the program, on the segment of the show. I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Ademola Adebale, Head of Research, Atlas Portfolio, for your time on the show. Thank you as always. Have for yourself a wonderful day ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, coming up on the program as we begin our conversation, as the geopolitical conflict between Israel and Palestine rages on, there are strong indications that Nigeria may face the economic effect of the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas in the coming days if the crisis persists. On our conversation segment, we will be assessing the possible economic implication of the Middle East crisis on Nigeria's economic outlook. Also, Nigeria's inflation rate surged to 26.7% despite rising food prices and harsh economic realities exacerbated by reforms made by the Tinubu-led administration. And finally, crude oil prices surged today as tension escalated in the Middle East after hundreds were killed in a blast at a Gaza hospital, sparking concerns about potential oil supply disruptions from the region. Let's get talking after this time out. To stay with us, it's the Business Breakfast on iBrandTV.